A year of work for a 4-minute flight. Buzz Lightyear mission log. After a full year of being marooned on this planet, our first test flight is a go. Alicia?
Oh no, that's my grandmother.
But, Socks, how long were we gone?
Meow, 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 meow. 62 years, 7 months, and 5 days.
We're being pursued by just a massive robot.
Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear maroons a colony ship of humans on a hostile alien planet. Now Buzz must face off against this new alien planet, evil robots, and the laws of relativity to find a way for his people to return home. Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Ayo Pineda. Today we'll be reviewing Lightyear, directed by Angus MacLane.
So it's a fictional movie based off of a fictional character, which was based off of a fictional movie in the Toy Story universe, which inspired a fictional toy in that movie, which is now a real-life toy. And this is the movie which the fictional character Andy liked? Holy crap.
Yes, this movie, once again saying this movie, Lightyear.
Yes.
I don't know if they cared about this movie that much.
You know what? This movie felt like a hard cash grab.
So this movie starts with that whole this movie is based on the movie that Andy saw when Andy was a kid, and he liked it so much he went out and bought himself a Buzz Lightyear.
This is that movie. So I'm gonna say right now that turned me off completely.
Me
from that
too.
Movie. If they have to explain to you the preface of a movie for a character we all know well, I don't think that movie needs to exist.
The other thing is it's like watching Batman Begins, and then at the beginning Bruce Wayne will become an angel of darkness.
If you've seen movies in the past that say Batman, this is that movie.
Once upon a time, a man named Michael Keaton played Batman. Now a new man will be Batman.
Yeah.
Begins. A new man will Batman begins.
It's like Batman, semicolon, begins.
Yeah, it turned me off because it takes you out of the movie first.
Yeah.
And Lightyear isn't a bad movie. I'm going to start off by saying it's not a bad movie.
It is well produced. It is well done.
It's not a bad movie. It has its moments.
Yes.
However, seeing that, you don't want people think in your movie, movie.
Yeah. And the thing is,
that's what it told you it's a movie.
Yeah, no, and the thing is too, I'm pretty sure this is not a fever dream. I specifically remember reading, as we were announcing this movie was coming out in our shop talk, is reading that this character Lightyear, it wasn't a movie. It was a movie about the real life Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear in that universe. Well, I know it sounds like I'm freaking picking hairs here, but
and I get that, and I think I did read that this was the movie that Andy saw that inspired him.
Yeah,
which is all in good, and you can talk about that in behind the scenes stuff before you make the movie, but don't put it in your movie. And because it's remember Kill Bill Volume 2?
Yes.
At the very beginning, Uma Thurman said according to the critics, I roared and I was revengeful. Movie.
Yes.
And
it's come
Kill Bill
on,
Volume
man.
2 was a better movie. So
it was.
You get a pass because Quentin Tarantino can break the the mold.
Yes.
So that's all good.
He took it up a notch.
But,
I was just
but Angus MacLane, I don't know, when you're not being Highlander somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't. That's a deep cut in case you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Hang on. Don't play with it. And I'm going to start off by saying Buzz Lightyear was a fuck up. And
yeah, because then you have the voice actor freaking
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans going off on people. It's like, look, dude, we get it.
Buzz Lightyear throughout the movie was continually a fuck up.
Yes.
And that there's really no other way to say it.
And there was no, I could not attach myself to that character.
And
it's super hard to do that.
And the thing that sucks about it is there was no reason for Buzz to have been in the past. They didn't talk about him in the past, he wasn't Starship Troopers guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't Casper Van Dien.
Better movie, by the way.
Yeah. I would have liked it if he had saved everybody last year.
Totally random. I would rather prefer they followed the plot of Starship Troopers.
Well, they followed this movie.
This movie
followed the plot of Lost in Space 1998.
Yes, it totally did.
And you know what else is funny that I thought about this, and maybe this was a subconscious thing. When I was a kid and I saw Lost in Space 1998, I thought it was a good movie.
I did too.
It's not a good movie.
No, I tried watching it like Netflix. I remember. I remember when Netflix like brought it out and they're like, we're streaming now, Lost in Space. I was just like, oh man, I'm an adult. I'm gonna go watch this. I could not get through the movie.
It's not a good movie. However, it follows a lot of the beats.
Yes,
and the visuals.
Yeah,
and
the visuals are what sold it.
And the finale.
Yes,
of Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Slinking. Yeah. Lost in Space 1998.
You know, and
including the hyperloops and all that
stuff. Yeah, everything.
Like, what the hell?
And the thing is, it also, if you've seen Interstellar, this, you know, it also feels like Interstellar. If you've seen the movie Up, another great Pixar Disney movie, or Pixar, whichever one. Another great movie, which this one borrows off of.
It borrows off a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then I actually think that Buzz Lightyear was the worst part of this movie. I did not care about Buzz Lightyear.
No, he just seemed like a whiny.
He was whiny, a whiny up.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep saying this. I don't care.
There's going to be a lot of bleeps in this episode.
He fucked up a lot in this movie.
Yeah. And he was so selfish. And, my goodness.
And not only that, like so these colonists.
Well, real quick, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Having watched a ton of Disney movies, because, you know, I have kids. Also, I'm a huge Disney fan. Disney's, you know, their crux in their movies, or not the crux rather, or the heartache in the movie typically comes from an external force. You know, Bambi, the mom dies. You know, Up, the wife passes or can't have a kid. In this movie, Buzz Lightyear caused that issue.
Yeah, and like I was saying, there's no grace to Buzz Lightyear. He didn't save everybody on a previous mission, right?
No.
Nobody owed Buzz Lightyear anything.
Nothing.
Nobody. When I mean nobody,
literally
the world didn't owe Buzz Lightyear anything. But they gave Buzz Lightyear a ton of chances.
Yes, they did.
And even when he ran out of chances, it was just like
he took them. He took them.
But even he took them. But it was just like, Buzz, it's cool. Like, we got this one. Like, that was seriously happened.
He's like, no, I'm a jackass.
I got the biggest dumb face in the world. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to spend $1 bajillion of resources we do not have.
Yes. And you know what's funny is now that I'm having reviewed another movie, Top Gun.
Yeah.
This Buzz Lightyear character, in this specific movie of Buzz Lightyear, he feels as if this was a movie they would have made for Iceman. Because Iceman was a dickhead.
See, I'm going to compare this to Top Gun also, which also just came out. Just because what Buzz Lightyear does more than anything in this movie is test piloting.
Yes.
And the Top Gun starts with him test piloting.
Yeah.
And Top Gun, I was at the edge of my seat.
The whole time.
And
even though we would never in this life be a pilot of an awesome jet plane, you could relate.
And much like another Tom Cruise movie, On the Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes.
This movie also repeated itself a bunch of times.
Except that movie was better than this one.
Yeah. So you know what? Major Tom, tip of the hat.
Yeah, man.
You beat Disney.
You did.
You beat Disney.
Like, for real.
And
this movie.
Tip of the hat, Major Tom. I liked Tim Allen better as Buzz.
Absolutely. And I can totally see why they went a different route. Because, that was in that Toy Story universe. God, I feel like we're just diving deep into Pixar here.
Well, that's the point.
That is the point. So, scratch that. So, in this universe, I can see why they would have picked a different voice, because it is an actual movie in that universe.
But here's the thing.
The attachment isn't there.
But here's the thing, though, also, is that whenever they merchandise toys from movies, they get the voice actor from the movie.
Yeah.
So since we know that this movie exists in canon in another movie, why did they change the voice? So which means in that reality, whoever voiced the Buzz Lightyear toy, which is
should have been
huge in the movie though,
it
was this huge phenomenon. They just got a stunt voice man.
Yes.
They got an impersonator, a Chris Evans impersonator.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing is, they had another thing that pissed me off is they had an opportunity to put Tim Allen in the movie.
Yes.
It's
not like he doesn't work for Disney. I mean, shoot, he's coming out with another Santa Claus.
They had... Wait, what was that?
I don't know.
Anyway.
There's a cat in here.
Speaking of the cat in here.
Yeah.
There was one huge saving grace that made me not hate this movie.
Yeah.
And that was Buzz Lightyear's sidekick, Socks, the
AI,
robot cat.
The AI cat.
Hello, Buzz.
Socks actually...
Who was actually voice acted by Peter Son. So, Peter, dude, you killed it.
You saved this movie.
Yeah. Not
And-
even Taika could save it. Not
Taika
even
saves...
Taika.
Well, Taika couldn't save Green Lantern. I didn't realize he was in Green Lantern.
I was about to say, I can't believe he was in Green Lantern.
He was pre-Taika. They didn't unleash him for that.
Yeah.
Socks the cat has got to be an homage to Doctor Who's assistant K9, which is a robot dog.
Yeah.
But K9 was a genius and actually just as smart as him and was able to compute things and fix things up much like this Socks the cat.
Yeah.
But Socks the cat also has a lot of characteristics from other sci-fi characters, including RoboCop. He's got the robot spike he plugs into.
He does.
He's just like Data, where he can like do computations as well.
Yeah.
He has like a Terminator mode, like not a mode, but definitely calls back to Arnold's T-800 at some point in a nice way.
I am Socks, your personal companion robot.
My what?
I was issued by Star Command to ease your emotional transition after your time away.
Oh, well, that's very considerate of you.
Oh man,
Yes.
Socks the cat made this story, and
And he also made me mad that my cat's name is Boots.
well, Boots is a black tuxedo.
Yeah,
and Socks
so
is
it makes sense.
an orange tabby cat, and looks much like
this guy.
Much like this guy. And Penny definitely wants to let us know that the best part of this movie is the cat, which I believe was one of her studio notes.
Yeah,
So
she made sure to mention
she read
cats, please.
She read the script and went. And like, okay.
I mean, look at the cat. We have cats.
So we gotta give Penny some props there.
Yeah,
but also in saying that,
Yes.
a lot of prelude in this one. They also stole a lot of Up
They did, man.
And,
they really did.
because Up had a the villain also had a barking dog sidekick that talked.
Yes.
So
real quick, let's get to how this movie, the reason man, I can summarize it real quick, the reason it exists. But let's just say the plot real quick. Buzz Lightyear crashes his giant ship, the Turnip he calls it. Crashes it. They land on a space alien planet. And now he is trying to find a way back to his home planet because he is a space ranger in that world. Not when he's crash landed somewhere.
They're flying a colony ship.
Yes.
And much like the movie Alien Covenant,
and
they're in a colony ship, like a giant ship full of a city. Like
just like Wall-E.
And Wall-E.
And Wall-E.
But the thing with
Wall-E,
what kicked off the plot to Alien Covenant is the exact same thing that kicked off the plot here. Not the crash. Was the fact that they were flying looking for like a new home. And then they were called to go somewhere else and do an expedition.
Oh, right.
Right? So that the plot of Alien Covenant was the prologue to this movie.
Wow.
And by the way, a lot of Aliens nods to this movie. A lot of the armor they wore was like Space Marine armor from Aliens.
Okay.
And they definitely had like the pulse rifles from Aliens. I
definitely saw the Disney Plus had a Buzz Lightyear special, to release in conjunction with this movie. It was like a 30-minute special going over the animation and everything. They didn't cover that. They went over the suits, but they didn't cover where it was knotted from. But I could totally see it now. Yeah.
So that's another thing. Is it just reminded me of Alien Covenant, where they crash landed and then they got stuck there.
Yeah.
So it ends up being a hostile
planet.
Hostile planet. Buzz Lightyear screws up because they're trying to get away from the planet.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they didn't send in just an away team, like a dinghy down.
Yeah.
Or like in Star Trek, they would just transport the away team.
Yeah.
Or in Star Wars, they would send the shuttle or whatever.
But how else would you get the plot going?
They landed the whole ship
Yeah.
on this expedition planet.
Like it looks like a moon.
Yeah.
It is a Death Star landing on another planet.
And it's hostile. Buzz Lightyear screws up the takeoff and maroons them there.
Yes.
Forevermore.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool with this.
So he maroons them there, but So he maroons them there. And, and obviously, like I said, he was trying his best to try to get back to, to his home planet. Well, they have to figure out how to space jump or hyper jump.
Yeah, he has a, what do you call it? He has a partner, Hawthorne.
Yes, Hawthorne.
Who's another space ranger and a newbie there. But we never see the newbie again. I don't even know why they introduce him.
Yeah.
But who, by the way, totally, when he falls in that scene. Wait.
I heard that and I was like, Wilhelm.
Yeah. So the we don't see that the newbie is played by John Heder, I believe, which is
Really?
weird. Like why they got a real
random.
actor to play a nobody character. But anyway, big butt, by the way. We'll talk about the big butt soon. Hey, maybe that's why they're plot holes, because they're big butts.
Yeah, there you go.
Movie.
All the butts.
Anyway, back to the Hawthorne is his partner.
Yes.
And they figure out when they first crash land, it's going to take a year. And this movie has a lot of time jumps.
Yeah.
Literally. It's going to take a year for them to figure out how to crystallize warp drive. By the way, Star Trek, they travel through dilithium crystals. So we're going to call these dilithium crystals.
Yeah.
They had to make more dilithium crystals.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Well, yeah, pretty much, Captain. It takes a year. By the way, when I saw this movie,
Yes.
and he said, I'm going to slingshot around the sun to test the dilithium crystal to see if we can break warp drive or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got to do the rings. The rings was lost in space.
Yeah.
But the slingshot around the sun is Star Trek. And that's how they time travel. Right. And you need a
magnetic pull, baby.
Yeah. So I knew relativity in real life would mean something in this, which always does. And they omit it. And they never... Buzz Lightyear is a space ranger.
Yeah, they tapped a little bit.
But Buzz Lightyear is a space ranger.
Yeah.
And apparently it was just him and Hawthorne working on this freaking dilithium project.
Yeah.
Or
You know what's
something.
crazy? They had an actual physicist working on this movie.
But nobody told Buzz Lightyear that there's going to be time dilation.
Yes.
So he showed up 4 years later.
Yeah.
And the mission...
Sorry if you guys are falling asleep, but
The mission was...
this is part of the movie.
Yeah, the mission was technically a failure because the dilithium failed.
Yes.
And I don't know, it was all right. You would say don't eject, don't eject, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you're flying into space, or whatever. But this is where the movie takes off because 4 years have gone by.
Yep. Every jump he does is 4 years.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, we'll try again in 4 years. And then his partner Hawthorne gives him Socks the cat.
Yeah.
In this one. And then he's like, Socks is like Data. He's like his assistant. And he's like, anything I can help you with? And he's like, well, why don't you try to solve this dilithium crystal thing? He's like, dilithium crystals.
And then
I'll look into this.
He gives it to him and then he goes for another jump.
He goes for many jumps.
Yes.
And each one of them apparently fails.
Yeah. 4 years every time he jumps.
I wonder,
We assume.
because this is seriously like a montage.
Yeah.
And he just he meets Socks. His friend's getting older. His friend has family, and they're just getting older and older.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like Socks
Buzz is in stasis essentially.
Yeah. To him, I guess someone was working on the dilithium project when he was away, and they just. Oh, by the way, another Star Trek nod is the ship, the NX. I forget what it was called. It was the NX something.
Yeah.
But in Star Trek, the first Enterprise was the NX-01. So maybe
Really?
yes. So
That could totally be a nod right there.
probably a Star Trek nod there.
Oh,
yeah. But anyway, so eventually his. I know, right?
Just kidding.
So we need a bunch of blue pills here just to keep us energized.
Yeah. Good Lord, man.
For the one. Okay, we'll get to it. Okay. I got it. Eventually, his partner dies. She was originally the commander.
Yeah.
And they got this new commander. I'm gonna call him
Burnside.
or I'm gonna call him Commander Laser Shield.
Yeah.
Laser Shield.
Yeah, that's all he
Now here's the
wants.
thing: we don't really get any other input from any other of the colonists.
None at all.
Nobody. There's no other scientists working. Buzz, we fixed this part. We did that part. Just pitch.
Mind you, it is an entire colony of just
it's like
scientists
a city of people
that are scientists and engineers and
But anyway,
technologists.
He goes to General Space Laser.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, time to I guess you guys have been working on the new one. What's going on? He's like, oh, that was the old mission. We're just going to live here.
Yeah.
We got Laser Shield.
Yeah,
Laser Shield's awesome.
cities and stuff,
Yeah, it's good. Laser Shield. We'll make it work. And, they're colonists and they made the whole place like a city, fast.
Yes.
In a year.
Yeah.
The place was like a mecca.
They're like, and they even said this planet has amazing resources.
Even though when they first landed, they said it was hostile because there are
Yes.
Little Shop of Horrors plants everywhere,
Yeah.
which disappear
Out of nowhere.
They disappear. So he is sad and he wants to go on another mission. And here's the sad part of the movie.
Yeah, tell me.
They sent the freaking Colonial Marines with their pulse rifles to decommission socks.
Oh, right.
What was with that?
That was so dark.
They even had a little cat carrier.
Yeah, they're like, he's part of another mission. It's like, dude, he's a cat.
Okay, so right before they come to decommission Socks,
Yeah.
Socks is like, he's like, "Hello, Buzz, welcome back." And like, on your journey, he's like, "I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore." He's like, "By the way, Buzz, I solved your dilithium crystal equation.
Yeah.
It took me 67 years, but I think I finally cracked it." And he had like this crazy, like multicolored, like dilithium thing.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, "Wait, you did it?" He's like, "Yes, we can easily synthesize this at the thing." He's like, "But we must be careful." Like, he's like, "Yeah, we can synthesize this. Like, we're gonna do one more run." And apparently, they did build Buzz a new ship.
Yes.
Or unless it's the same ship, I don't know.
They just left the entire like ship and everything, like the launch bay, everything for a mission they say they were no longer going to do or be part of.
By the way, that's probably another Star Trek nod
So
for
annoying.
Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock, where they stole the Enterprise to save Spock.
I don't remember that one. I didn't watch it.
Okay, no one did. That was an okay one.
Okay.
So he makes the jump,
Yeah.
but since he actually does break light speed, it's not the typical 4-year jump.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actual
60 some odd jump. It's an actual.
It wasn't 67 years. It might have been 4 years later, actually.
No, it was 60 something years later.
But Admiral Laser Shield was still there. And it was the granddaughter. He already met the granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
So it was another 4-year jump.
Yeah.
Even though they made it like seem like it was like more.
What a freaking loophole.
Wait a minute. I gotta refer to the chart here.
Let's see. Let's
All
see,
right.
guys.
So we made a chart early on
There we go.
of all the different time jumps that he makes. So let
The
me
loophole poop hole.
yeah. So what happens is he travels a bunch of times, 4 times.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. They were going to come back to their original home, right? But if he
Yeah.
kept making these jumps at warp speed, wouldn't their home go away anyway?
Yeah.
Because like this is where they are now. That's where they want to be,
Yeah.
and then that's where they are,
Right
like
now.
at the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looks like another plot hole. But you can be the judge of that.
That's our plot hole device.
Yeah. See, time is a river. And if you don't know what this is, see Escape Plan starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. There you go.
Because it's funny. Anyway, what are we talking about? Okay, so now he's in
Plot holes.
what appears to, which the trailers made it look like it was the distant future, and even fooled us. Now that I think about it, it
Yeah.
really was just 4 years
Bait
later,
and switch, man.
or a handful of years later, because the granddaughter of Hawthorne, who's
Yeah.
also called Hawthorne,
her name?
is a trainee,
Alicia Hawthorne.
who's a trainee space ranger. And here's the thing: now the world is being overrun by robots.
Yes.
at least partially.
While he's gone, this mysterious robot force known as Zurg.
Which, by the way,
Takes over.
Laser Shield saved them.
yes, because he decided to just activate it while Buzz was gone on one of his 4-year stints.
And the robots couldn't get inside
Yeah.
Laser Shield. So it was Hawthorne's granddaughter Hawthorne and Taika Waititi and then Bomb Lady,
Yeah.
who only made one bomb through the whole thing.
Yeah. And in the trailer, they made her seem like she was going to make bombs out of everything. She just needs 3 things to make anything explode. Sure, buddy.
Reminds me of the old saying in King of the Hill, I'll teach you how to make a bomb out of toilet paper and a stick of dynamite.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. King of the Hill.
Oh, there you go.
By the way, yeah.
Classic.
It's coming back. If it's not back already, who knows when we'll finally release this episode. Yeah. So the alien, the robots are chasing after them.
Yeah.
There's a Futurama robot who gives really bad directions.
Yes.
And then, wait, it was the button.
There we go.
Yeah, how do you get there? Hey, guess what?
What?
Just to kind of like reiterate here what happened. So Zurg was the main bad guy
Yes.
in Toy Story. Like I never saw the original. I don't know who Zurg was. And then much like Lost in Space in 1998, Mr. Smith was actually the villain at the end of that movie because it was him in the future because of relativity and time travel.
Yep, and everything.
As it turns out, Zurg was future Buzz because he time traveled so much. So I made a little diagram here. First, there was Buzz 1, and then they went back in time and relativity, and then there was Buzz 2.
And there was a time split right there.
Yeah, that's what we call it time because he didn't remember Hawthorne.
Yeah.
So Hawthorne must have been somewhere here,
right there.
just missing them.
She was in the crack of time. Oh man, where's that button at? There we go. Oh man,
tickle myself.
There we go.
Shut up and take my money.
All right, Penny, we'll get back on track. Sorry. Goodness.
Socks saved the day.
Freaking cats.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, that's where we mentioned Terminator. Terminator socks. Future socks was cool, dope as hell.
Yeah. He's missing an ear. He's got like half of his face showing.
He had the Terminator
with
endoskeleton with the red eye.
Yes.
And he was cool.
They should make that one a stuffed animal. That would be way cooler.
Dude, I'm gonna buy that. I want Terminator socks. I want battle damage.
You're
socks.
hearing this, Pixar, Disney?
Oh my god.
Pixar, please make
battle damage socks.
Yes. Oh man.
But anyway, so this new Buzz is a dick.
Yeah.
And a up. Because apparently he fucked up a lot.
He royally.
So this one somehow enslaved a race of robots?
Yeah, and apparently they're too dumb to say Buzz, so they actually are somehow mispronouncing it.
They just say Zurg.
And you're just like, That's a real grasp right there, buddy.
Yeah, what I think happened was I'm out of plot holes. What I need to make those for everything.
Just have them.
Just have them.
Just have a stack of.
I have them for whenever we mention time travel in a movie, because time is a river and it flows out this hole. So Buzz's plan, he finally figured out how to use the dilithium crystal to send everyone back, and he was going to use the Zurg ship that somehow he confiscated. And this old man. This is where I said.
This is where I fell asleep.
They should have had Tim Allen play Old Buzz.
Yes,
because
come on,
that would have been cool. But they got it was either Josh or James.
James Brolin.
James Brolin to play Old Buzz, which is fine. But we already have a grizzled Buzz voice. And right. And to me, Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story was smart.
Yeah.
And he was like classy. Like this is like this isn't flying, this is falling with style. Yeah. This is not that Buzz Lightyear.
No, this is not
all. Like this Buzz Lightyear has nothing.
Yeah. There's nothing to like about this Buzz Lightyear. And I hate whiners. And this guy, all he did was whine.
Yeah, and even future Buzz was like whining, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know who Hawthorne is, so like it's okay because they would never exist anywhere. I'm gonna get everyone home, and I'll be a hero again. I'll be a space ranger,
and that's all he wanted.
Yeah,
look, he's so bad that both he and his other half, they both wanted the same thing, which means our Buzz Lightyear's a freaking villain.
But you know what though? Okay, so like back to another movie, Infinity War.
Yeah.
Part of their solution was they had to bring everyone back after the snap.
Yeah.
As well as everyone who had existed in the 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? This Buzz Lightyear isn't trying to figure out how to like merge the two timelines.
No, he's not. He's absolutely crushing one, which is also part of a Doctor Strange thing, that multiverse.
Yeah,
he can't have them hit. It was something, man. This movie.
I think there's something in the diagram for that.
We just got a bag of marbles somewhere and just threw them on the floor, and we're like, grab 3. This is gonna make the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Admiral Laser Shield.
Yeah.
He didn't care about getting home anyway.
No, he just wanted to provide for the people that were currently there.
Okay, because new Buzz.
Yes. What about new Buzz?
Already had, like old Buzz, already had the dilithium equation.
Yeah.
But Admiral Laser Shield didn't care, right?
Yeah.
Why did he need it again? Did he lose it?
I have no, his ran out. Apparently it has a shelf life.
But okay, but the thing
It
about
went
it
stale on him.
was Sox wrote down the equation, right? And they lost it.
Yeah, they broke it.
Why did old Buzz lose his equation?
We have no idea. Plot hole.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
This movie. Okay, so anyway, it's pretty much the Jason X ending where Zero gets thrown out into space.
Yeah.
Everybody's...
And, our Buzz from our space and time decides, like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to go be a space ranger.
Even though he becomes a space ranger.
He becomes one anyway.
And so does this ragtag team of New Hawthorne, Surly Old Lady, and Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Who that's really that they are.
That's it.
And then there's like a couple of post-credit sequence. One is that robot is like still giving like a lecture, like the Futurama robot, and then the other one is laser shield guy bug zapping a bug. And he's like laser shield.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and then the last.
I didn't see the last one.
It was just the old Zurgan flying away in space, and then his eyes turned back on.
That's crazy. See, and I'm going to say this real quick. The advertising on this movie could have been fixed with one simple scene. That is Andy from Toy Story sitting in front of a screen with the camera behind him, pointing at the screen, seeing his silhouette, watching a trailer of this movie.
You know what, though?
That would have fixed it for me.
That would have. Good call, because it would have bookended the movie.
Exactly.
But here's the thing about also this movie. This movie. Sox the cat would have been a way better toy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Andy playing with battle damaged Sox? I want to play with battle damaged Sox the cat.
We went through the craze of AI animals for a while here.
Just for
imagine.
Yeah,
they could have had Furbies. Sony made those weird dogs.
Wait a minute. I hear now. And I'm going to look for battle damaged Sox.
I'm sure someone somewhere is making or has made a battle damaged Sox, and I'm pretty sure you can find it on Etsy.
No, I don't want Etsy. I want Disney authorized merchandise.
Authorized.
Yeah.
Here we go, Disney.
Battle
cats. Battle damaged
Sox.
Sox the cat. That would be great.
No, it's like battle damage, like
shut up and take my money.
Battle damage RoboCop, battle damage Sox.
We're gonna have to make a one-off and sell it to Disney, which means they'll sue us. Anyway,
that's what I want. But anyway, so it doesn't exist. I don't know why Andy would want this toy because it sucks. And the other thing about it is he didn't have like the laser, like the same laser.
Yeah.
And I would have thought that Buzz Lightyear would have had his because like that he's got that big tube on his suit. It's a life vest, pretty much.
Yep. You don't see the wings from Buzz Lightyear. You don't see the laser that everybody loves. I mean, at home, my kid has a freaking Buzz Lightyear. That guy's fun as hell to play with.
Yeah, and throughout the years, I've had Buzz Lightyear. So here's Sox proper on Amazon, which is fine. Like I wanted Sox before.
A little cute cat right there. No big deal.
Before I started filming this, but then I realized like, man, they could make a battle damage Sox.
Yeah, battle damage Sox would be cool.
That'd be so badass. But anyway, just a couple of little notes here. The Armadillo was the name of their ship that they travel on.
Yep.
Armadillo was also the ship in Armageddon that they traveled.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That was badass. Also, Sox the cat, like we mentioned, had the RoboCop R2-D2 stuff. Oh yeah, RoboCop Spike. But like I would say,
also when they slingshot around, that slingshot thing, that's also from Apollo 13,
and also
Apollo 13, Apollo 11.
The
movie,
Apollo, the one no one saw.
Yeah,
because Apollo 13 was like, oh yeah, with Tom Hanks. Yeah, classic, Ron Howard. I'm like, Apollo 11, was that a horror movie?
Wait, was it Apollo 11 or was it Apollo 13
with Tom Hanks?
Yeah,
it was Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 11 was probably a horror movie,
probably.
But Sox at the end also had the R2-D2 slot in the ship.
Yes,
so that was pretty badass.
Was pretty
cool. Oh yeah, and then they were going to the Gamma Quadrant at the end.
Yes, finally.
So if you know about Star Trek, the Gamma Quadrant is where the changelings live, and they go to war with them. But anyway, I think that's all I got for this.
That's all I got.
This twisted ass weird movie.
So weird.
But I'm gonna start with my letter grades. I'm gonna give it a B-.
Okay.
Lightyear suffers from a weak protagonist and simple story. Where this movie succeeds is a likable supporting cast, especially the robot cat Sox. I'm not going to say skip it, but I will say they could have done a lot better.
I gotta agree with you, man. I'm gonna go with a C+. There was so much potential and expectations set by every other Disney Pixar movie that I was left wanting and empty. The soul of Pixar only lived in the animation of this movie. The story, not so much. It was clunky and wholly unnecessary. When a movie has to tell you from the get-go that this is the exact movie loved and adored by Toy Story's Andy, you'd be hard-pressed to believe any child would be such a huge fans. My kids only tolerated this movie. Maybe the standalone Woody movie will be better.
The standalone Woody movie could be better.
Yeah.
The problem is now they've set this precedent of
Sucking?
but also movies within movies,
Yeah.
which is fine. Which could have, I didn't like the Joker, but like I get it how like it could exist in possibly in a Batman universe.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Right. And
Yeah.
and I'd like to let's just go off for 1 second here. At the end of Joker, like you said, the bookend.
Yeah.
Like it ended with Joaquin Phoenix laughing in the insane asylum. Just saying, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
It could have been the Joker thinking of the movie. that we
Yeah.
just hit. like that, or it could have been someone else thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could,
I get it.
it could go anywhere with that.
I get it.
And if they had bookended this with Andy watching the thing, like, oh my God, that's great, or like not wanting the socks toy or something, that would make sense.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm sure when Disney hears this, they'll be like, come on! We pay you guys millions!
But yeah, that's our quick take on Lightyear.
Yeah,
Anyway. I know. Where's that? That has been our quick take on Lightyear. Fun, but check it out for Socks the Cat. And I'm
Yeah,
still
Socks.
waiting for my Battle Damage Socks
Yeah,
the Cat Funko Pop, or whatever the heck they're called. But anyway, I'm your host, Mark Rubalcava for Mr. Aopanetta. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Do what you can. Check us out. Check out our Patreon. Check us out here, there, everywhere. Always pet your cat because cats are crazy.
Yeah. They watch you in your sleep.
They do. And when you poop sometimes.
Yeah. Weird.
They're onto you. Until next time. Later.
Well, maybe to infinity and beyond. I don't know.